Starting my new business. Hi, everyone. I'm starting a community for people who are serious to improve themselves on a daily basis. All you have to do is join our community and update us daily about your daily status and daily progress. It is a paid community, but the monthly membership is less than a cab ride in the city. So if you're looking for a serious community to join, this is the one, blah, 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 blah. DM me to get started. Okay, I have no idea what they're offering. I mean, I know what they're offering, but they're not really asking for advice. It's probably more like a promotion.
Correct.
But let's see. Is this something that's going to work? Probably not.
You would be surprised.
Really? I would be surprised.
Remember the guy that I just told you
about?
about?
That's right. Yeah.
That's like, if this is done correctly and someone is steering the community and genuinely being helpful, yeah, I would say this is 60% of what that guy did.
So
right?
why would I want to pay to be part of a community like that?
You and I both know that a payment gateway is also often a gateway to better qualified people inside something, right? Perfect example. Why would you pay to go to a networking event for business when there's a bunch of free ones out there?
Because you know the people that are going to put their money into it are also they're going to be real legitimate, whereas the free ones are going to attract just everybody.
Correct.
And you're not going to get quality people.
Correct.
Of course.
Right? You and I both know this.
Yeah.
So with these types of communities, I mean, this is what, what's his name? Alex Hormozzi's new concept, school.com, is basically creating these communities where you pay a moderator, so to speak, or a trainer or a teacher, but then you get to interact with other people that are in your school community. So basically like a school works. Mm-hmm. And if you're paying $5.99 a month, not $5.09, but $599 a month to be part of a online mastermind community, everybody else that's paying $599 is probably going to be somewhere around the same level you are where you are. So I like the idea of online paid communities because it often works as a deterrent for people that don't belong.
But how do you so let's take this. Let's say that this guy was asking us how to start a paid community. How do you start it, right? How do you get people to want to put their money out at the beginning of it when there's no one there or where there's very little brand recognition?
So I always tell people start free, right? Give it away and let it build to a certain point where it gets to the point where you say, I can no longer sustain this on a free model. So now I'm going to start a paid version of this. I'll grandfather in the 1,000 people in my community, whatever, at a lower rate, and then increase the price for the next generation coming in, so to speak, right? Exactly what we were talking about with Burning Man, right? Is at first it was all free and they just did it and it was a tiny little thing and then it started growing and eventually it became a community of 70,000 people that are paying how much for a ticket?
$5.75?
Right. So this is the model that works not only like in person, it also works with online communities.
Right.
But and a lot of this stuff is being built right now where people are utilizing like Instagram and TikTok to give their free stuff, give free advice. They're basically doing this to build their communities. A lot of them have a paid community on the back end. And it's becoming so popular that a lot of the social media companies now allow you to have a subscription option where people can subscribe to unique content, right? So you could pay $2.99 a month to follow Kim Kardashian and you get exclusive Kim Kardashian content that nobody else sees. This is just the next step beyond that where you now create a community around it. So like I own it's called Marketing Mastermind Club. Right? Mm-hmm. Right now, we have a bunch of free resources there. Ultimately, what we're looking to do is create an entrepreneur community behind there. It's probably going to be a very, very low fee of entry to that community. But the idea is that we get people from all over the world that are at various stages in their entrepreneurial journey to actually be able to talk about things and have conversations where we then bring expert advice on certain things in certain areas. But because it's international, we won't give like legal type stuff. It would be more the operations, marketing, sales, the stuff that's pretty much universal.
Yeah, it works everywhere.
Right? But if we don't gateway that with some kind of payment, we end up with everyone and their uncle that says, "Oh, I have a business," and then you ask them, "What do you do?" Like, "Oh, I sell homemade candles at the
Right.
local fair," right? Like, yes, it's a business, but it's not a business. It's a
not a scalable
job,
business.
right? Like
it's a hobby more than anything else.
Correct. So paid communities, once again, I think are always a great idea if you understand exactly where the value lies, right? And how much you need to charge, not necessarily to be able to get people in, but to keep the wrong people out. And it's probably going to be a controversial opinion.
Okay. So BitScience here doesn't really go into too much detail about what their community is. Just people that want to improve themselves. I mean,
Yeah.
that could be a lot of different things. But
Correct.